All right, our next guest recently announced his campaign for Congress in New Jersey's 11th District because he is deeply concerned with left-wing regulations, cancel culture, and woke ideologies. In a new press release, businessman and self-proclaimed Washington outsider Tom Toomey is quoted saying, "Our economy is in the gutter. Bureaucrats in Washington are dictating what our schools do, and do-nothing career politicians in Washington refuse to do their job. As a businessman, I have helped grow businesses of all sizes, from small to Fortune 500 companies, so I know what needs to be done to get Americans back to work. The first step starts with getting rid of career politicians like Mikey Sherrill." Joining us now to discuss is New Jersey congressional candidate Tom Toomey. Mr. Toomey, let me ask you about this. First of all, the economy in some parts of this country actually is doing pretty well, but New Jersey doesn't seem to be doing as well. And I only know that because I live in the area and I've spent time in New Jersey. So why is that? What are they doing wrong that other states are getting? Because when you look at the national GDP, it's like 6.4%. That would be good any other time. What are they doing wrong in New Jersey?
Well, we just kept our businesses locked down for way too long. I mean, when you keep small businesses crushed like that, keep them locked down for that long, I mean, they're not going to be able to bounce back. You know, we do things like that, and we have very, very high taxes here and very high regulations. You do all those kinds of things, you know, it's nearly impossible for businesses to grow and to get on their feet.
In reference to, looking ahead to 2022 and 2024, you are running, and there's been a lot of talk about Republicans who, can use this wokeism moment, also the economy that Bob was talking about, to move forward with their campaigns and surpass some of these Democrats. What do you think is going to be the key issue to Republicans winning and taking back the House and the Senate?
Yeah, I mean, I think those are the two things, right? I mean, those are the two big problems we have in this country today is, A, is our economy is down. We need to get that fixed. And two, we really need to teach our children, what they need for success in the future, right? If we keep teaching this wokeism and critical race theory and not math and science and history that's setting them up for the future, they're done for. And we need our children to be successful in the future. We need this country to be successful in the future. And I think everyone knows that. And I think we get the economy back on track, and we get our education system back on track, we're going to be in a good place. And I think that, the overall majority of Americans, whether you're right, left, center, whatever you are, I think everyone knows that.
What is the woke liberal issue or issues that bother you the most?
Yeah, like critical race theory really bothers me the most. The American dream in this country truly is, if you work hard, you can be whatever you want to be in this country, no matter where you come from. We hear success stories all the time of rags to riches. And, we're not teaching our children that anymore. We're teaching them, hey, if you're born in this situation or that situation, you can't do this, you can't do that. That is not the case. It is still the case. The American dream is alive today, and that you can be whatever you want to be. And the fact that we're not teaching our children that really bothers me.
Yeah, one of the other issues that I know that you've been talking about on social media, you said that the Joe Biden, the Biden administration, and the Mickey Sherrill policies have failed us miserably to solve our nation's problems. Specifically, that was in relation to the rise in gun violence and the rise in crimes across the area. The country, I should say.
Sorry, yeah, if you're looking just across the country, right? I mean, like, whenever you have, mass gun regulation, it just doesn't work. Look at all of our liberal cities across the country. They're the highest gun crimes in the country. When you have things like that, that just aren't working, and they keep pushing them forward for political gain. I mean, that just causes problems in this country. Like you mentioned before, it really is like the Joe Biden, Mikey Sherrill policies of, stopping, people from owning a gun and protecting themselves. Like, criminals are going to have guns no matter what. We're not going to prevent that from happening. And if we don't allow American citizens to protect themselves, we're going to have more problems. And you see that in our major cities, right? There's gun violence everywhere. It's not legal gun violence. It's illegal gun violence. And that's a big problem.
All right, Tom Toomey, thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being with us.